Hugo, in order for you to see the chat, you're welcome to, tune into the Twitch streams. Just react to the K on Twitch. Okay. Yeah, we're live.
We're live. Whoa.
We're gonna wait for some people.
Is this gonna be a VOD?
I think yesterday. Wait, what did you say?
We've never been live, Hugo.
Wait, no. You guys, I feel like have been live once on YouTube. I feel like you
have been.
Oh, then maybe Hugo and you haven't.
My streamer debut. No, I don't think so. I'm really worried about my hair. Someone's here. This is crazy.
Yes, welcome everyone.
First time chat. Wow, I'm really gonna go be a person.
Yeah, while we're getting started, Hugo and Gwen Oh, are you still downloading Twitch, Hugo? Do you need any instruction?
Hello. Awakening Sunshine. That's such a beautiful username.
That is. Hey everyone, how are the audio levels?
Yeah, we might need to turn me down because I might be really loud. we were testing audio earlier, and I laughed and way peaked the mic. And it was really
I've learned that Twitch viewers don't mind having their ears blown off. They only complain when people are too quiet.
Okay, I will scream the whole time. No. Yeah.
But the real question is, do I have your gain turned down too low to capture everything? That's the real question.
You are louder than me, apparently. No,
Oh,
Emma,
I'm louder. Oh my god. There we go.
Now I'm loud. Am I loud? Testing.
I feel like you guys good for me to turn on the mics now? I mean,
yeah.
Camera? Okay.
Sure.
Faces.
Wow. Oh, I have to be centered in frame.
There we go.
There we go.
Also, Hugo's head is cut off.
Uh-oh.
Y'all are different sizes, but that's fine. Here, let's make chat a little smaller. One word, bro, one word.
Not Hugo, not even knowing the username.
Oh my god, Hugo, 4 years of reacting here and wait, we didn't show up in the search. React to the K1. Make sure there's 2 T's. Yeah, you guys reacted on React to the K for 4 years, I want to say. Because it was from the month that I started it, 2016 to 2 years.
Yeah, because I didn't.
Right, because you guys, Hugo graduated.
Yeah.
And you had to focus on your degree. Good times.
And I was terrified of the digital footprint I was creating. We're just going to add to it now. Woo!
Woo! Okay,
Oh my gosh, this is so fun.
Aw, people on Twitter are aw, saying that you guys are iconic duo.
That's us.
Videos for
We're
you.
the iconic duo. I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there so far away now?
Y'all were just cuddle buddies. And people are like, we ship! We ship!
Oh my god, throwback to that. I forgot about that.
Yeah. But, okay.
It's never too late.
How's your guys' day so far today while I'm setting this up?
My day has been pretty good. I, did so many chores. Sundays are my, I need to be super productive days. And then, so I, meal prepped, and I,
Woo!
did all of my stuff, and it was great. I started laundry. I did not finish laundry. It's
That's
laundry.
fine. You still,
it's
after
never
this,
ending.
You'll be back. Yeah, you still have plenty of day left.
Somebody said they can't hear Hugo. Is he
Hugo?
just not talking? Potentially.
All right, time to turn up Hugo. Oh, you're at work? Hugo, boost. Hold up. There we go. Talk again, Hugo. How is that, everyone?
Not the no change. Also, it says that's in the way still.
And then I go here. And then I go here.
There's so many things happening on this
I
screen.
know, right? This is like...
We just bumped it up 3 decibels, so... That's... This is so funny. There's also this weird pulsating chord sound. Is that the background of someone practicing?
It could be my... Is it... Okay. Hold up, guys. Let me...
It's a C. Constant C note. Heck yeah. Or they went to a keyboard and started blinking out and testing. I don't know which I think is funnier.
Okay. Interesting. What? And we've got people practicing above us. What I could do is change my Discord settings, but then it will sound like Hugo is echoing. At least Hugo echoing may be better than a constant C chord.
Well, how is the C chord coming from Discord?
I'm guessing it's just the fact that, okay, hold up, people. Okay, Hugo, talk now. He might be
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
Testing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You gotta do your multiplication
Boo,
table.
boo, 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 boo.
It still says.
Multiplication tables? Okay. 1 plus 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. That's it. That's all the math I know. I went to music school. I didn't go to math school.
Super what?
That's super.
I think we're just gonna hang out with echoey Hugo as long as his audio level is fine and we don't have any weird like meh. Okay. Echo. That Sub, could you maybe mute one Hugo and see if that makes it so only one plays? So the thing what's happening is I have an Apple laptop and it doesn't like having multiple outputs. So if it's gonna be loud Hugo, echo Hugo.
I could just scream.
He could just scream, but I don't know how that would do for 1 hour. So I think what we're gonna do is do this, since I've heard the echo myself and it isn't too bad. So we're gonna go with well heard echoey Hugo. Yeah, please don't scream. So I think this is I'll
mute myself whenever I'm not talking, and hopefully that helps diminish some of the echo, maybe a little bit.
The echo isn't like echo. It's just like we hear double.
So I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Like
you hate
Zoom
it when
calls
Hugo
and
like
stuff.
doubles. It's just like a clone. It's just
too much Hugo
talking from like another dimension. But I think we can get started with like some questions that were submitted from Twitter and Instagram. And the first thing is do you guys still listen to K-pop?
I have one song still on like several playlists. It's that Mare song by
Hyoko.
Yes.
Oh my god.
The one with the like foghorn sound. Do you remember that, Hugo?
Caught in the sea.
We were obsessed with it when it happened, and it's on several.
Yes.
Yes.
I
It's an indie band.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, sing it, yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I forgot that people would want that. Never mind. Take it back.
I very intermittently go back. I go back and listen to just like one or two here and there. I'm always drawn back to the first video we reacted to, which I think was One Shot. Am I remembering that title correctly?
The first song? Yeah.
No,
that was the first one we watched.
I thought
and that music video was wild.
Was a girl group.
I mean, I can go back and
it matters not.
Let me fact check you. Or
and I wonder.
Can you guys fact check? What was the first video, Hugo and Gwen?
When I wonder if you and I did we react the first time we reacted? Was it together or was it with other people?
It was together.
It was together. Yeah, because I remember.
I think it was One Shot.
It might have. Okay.
It was. I just remember being like blown. That was the first time that I think I really watched a K-pop video, and I was like, what the? It was just so off the wall.
Wait, but Hugo, do you listen to K-pop now?
I admittedly don't. I think I kind of fell off the wagon during COVID and all that. It just became one of those things that I needed a lot of comfort music during that time, and then I never really hopped back on the wagon.
I fell on the wagons during COVID, so.
Don't get me wrong. It's not that it's always. I always like going back when someone's like, "Here, you should listen to this K-pop song." I'm always like, "Yes, let's listen to it. Let's give it a go." I'm just not actively listening to it.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Well, then, what was like the last K-pop song you heard? Because do you listen to the radio? Because there's plenty of K-pop being played on the radio nowadays.
That's cool.
But then again, they are sometimes English versions, so maybe you won't be able to tell that it is K-pop.
And
I was about to say, I wonder if I have.
Be the first thumbnail Hugo is in.
Oh, okay.
So unless he was flying under the radar in one of them.
Yeah, no.
Look at that memory of steel right here.
Yeah, and then the first girl group you guys reacted to after that was Acme.
What was it?
Oh!
Hard for Acme.
Oh,
was
shit!
Throwback! Oh, man! The OGs! God! How could I forget them? My God! That's as soon as we're done. As soon as we're done, I'm going back.
And they've released plenty of music.
I can't believe I forgot them. What's wrong with me?
I mean, hey, it's okay. You said that you don't currently listen to K-pop, and I haven't gotten to the question of have you rewatched any reaction or what's your favorite reaction? It's fine. That's coming later, Hugo. We can't blame you. But the quotes, "Heart for Acme, tits for Vix," that decided to lock it.
What was the quote again?
Heart for Acme, tit for Vix. I believe that was a.
Yep. Heart for Acme, tit for Vix. If anything, I'm quotable. What can I say?
Oh my God! And then we did a Q&A video with you guys where Hugo pole danced.
Yes, I do remember that.
My coworkers just found that recently, which was great.
What did they think?
They were like, what is this? And I was like, that's a good question. Things we do for internet recognition, you know?
You could have just said that it was
it's a good one.
Yeah, that's not me actually.
No, gosh. Yeah, that was my sibling.
Yeah. He sounds the same, he looks the same, he's the same height, but it's not me.
It's someone else. It's not me.
Oh my God, good times. I mean, okay, so I'm kind of curious. You guys do you have TikTok and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. So that means you've heard audios for dances and 50/50s, Cupid. Cupid.
I think we might have very different TikTok algorithms. Mostly because I don't.
My For You page is very different from. I see a lot of Noah Khan on my For You page, if I'm being honest.
Who's that?
Oh, man.
I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks, and something.
Our For You page is very different.
Forgot that you existed, and something, I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I see. This is outing me as a lame person, but I see a lot of edits of the new Percy Jackson show.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That and the Hunger Games, I
haven't watched
my
it yet.
Teen Girl era, and I was getting some.
I've heard good things about Percy Jackson, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, you definitely should read the books first because Percy Jackson.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've read the books. The books, yeah.
But yeah, the show was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
God, the actress who plays Annabeth, her name is Leah. She's like perfect. They I'm convinced that they just like snapped their fingers and made this like main character of the story just like appear in real life. So, yes, Magical Misty, the new Hunger Games was amazing. Did you read the book? Because the book was so cool. I love like villain origin stories where we like. Whoa. Because it's so cool because the whole thing is structured where it's like it's President Snow, like he's the main character and he was like the big bad dictator dude from the first trilogy. And it's like you start with him as a teen and he gets like every possible chance to redeem himself and he just doesn't.
It just makes it worse.
It just makes it worse every time. And the movie was really, really cool because since it wasn't like following his perspective the whole time, we got some more stuff with like Lucy Gray. So it was cool to like see it more fully, but you did miss some of that like he's just being a wretched human being for like his internal monologue was like, whoa. It's crazy.
Wow.
This is actually the announcement of the spin-off React to the K series of Gwen, just breaking down movies and film critiquing movies that are coming out.
As long as I'm down. We got to add some poetry into the mix.
Whoa.
I'd love to like have a literature anal.
Gwen and Hugo's poetry corner.
Yeah.
Wait, Hugo too? Oh no, that's your last name.
Oh, there's poetry involved? I'm down. Let's go. Let's break down some lyrics. Let's break down some poems. Let's break down some literature.
Performance. It's basically an
Let's go.
writing degree. You know how many poems I had to like have strong opinions about?
No, God. That was exhausting.
I love it. Every time I teach voice lessons, half the time it devolves into me talking about like, so what does this poem make you think about? And how can we like bring that out?
Wait, did part of your
it takes a lot of effort to not like just talk at your student and be like, so this is what we need to be examining while we're doing it.
Wait, that's so interesting. I had no idea that like poetry or like lyrical analysis was part of.
Well, because you have to. To like perform it. You can't like. I mean, it's probably the same way that like if you're playing absolute music, and so it's like not programmatic necessarily. You still have to have opinions about it. It's just like there's a whole when there's words because you have to like. It's more explicit. It has to be more specific. I feel like.
As a drama to put it very well, you have to know the words to sing the words in a way. I think that's really a succinct way to put it. And you have to know what you're singing about, not just, oh man, I'm going down by the creek because I'm sad, but why are you sad, and what's by the creek, and what does each inflection mean to help inform your phrasing. You gotta know how to read the text, and when the text isn't in English, it can be a whole process.
There's one of the most standard songs that you like give to young students is like one of the 24 Italian songs. It's called Caro Mio Ben. And
let's go.
Translation of the lyrics is basically like, dear beloved, believe me at last, without you my heart languishes. It's like the most overdramatic Italian text ever. But
it's so good.
You have to have like so many opinions about it. So I'll have like a whole lesson with a student where I'm like, okay, how old is your character? Did you date this person? Did you break up? Did you never date them and you're pining over them? Like, how do you like see this playing out? Because the poem is really nonspecific and it's not a part of a larger opera. So there's like not context clues you can rely on. You have to invent them. And that's a really good example of a song that's like, if you don't add to it, then it's sort of like meh.
Also, if you want a good time after this live stream is done, you should look up Hilary Duff singing Caro Mio Ben. It is worth every single minute of the video.
And also
Hilary Duff,
this is
Caro Mio Ben.
Aretha Franklin singing Nessun Dorma is one of my favorite videos.
Oh, so good. When was it Pop couldn't sing?
Yeah, Pavarotti couldn't sing. And they were like,
he was sick. And
so
so
who do we have that can sing Nessun Dorma? And Aretha Franklin was like,
Aretha Franklin.
And she nailed it.
And she
crushed it. Sang it in her own, in her own voice, but it's really cool.
But it's a banger.
This evolved very quickly into Hugo and I just talking about
I love this side street that we went down. But bringing it back to K-pop, can you guys list your top 3 favorite, like what were your top 3 favorite artists by the end of, your time reacting?
I think I have to say that
Acmu.
That's cheating, Hugo.
I think the one I mentioned, Hyoko, is that how?
Yeah.
Hyoko, I think just has to be my first one because that's like I will still
Since
listen to them.
Yeah.
Is Acmu the brother and sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like them a lot. They had a lot of really cool stuff. And then I'm trying to remember, there was, it's hard for me to remember the names of the groups. I'm trying to remember, like, the composition.
You can also just, like, explain a music video or the song, and I'll do my best.
What was the one... We had that stupid joke where we wouldn't count down correctly.
Oh, no.
We'd say 1, 2, 7 instead of
1, 2, 3. NCT 127.
Yeah, I feel like...
I saw a few... They were, like, brand new at the time you guys were reacting. But they did...
Do they still...
Whoop, Fire Truck. And they did Open Your Eyes. Woo, woo. Shout it, open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Alright.
And they did chewing.
When are you starting your K-pop group?
Because, thanks. Okay, because yes, they are thriving now, and I think they're just debuting another subunit that puts them at around 30 members, I think.
Wow.
So that's wait, you say 30 members?
Yeah, bro. There's
my god,
groups with large numbers now. There's also a girl group.
Jesus Christ.
I think their concept is endless number of members, and they're currently in the high 20s.
So
what was the
Go ahead, Hugo.
What was the Japanese? It wasn't a K-pop group. It was a like a Japanese alt-rock group that we listened to. And it might have been a Korean alt-rock group that we listened to. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up.
Run, na da da da, run, da 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 da. Was it a girl group? Or was it a boy group?
No, it was a boy group.
And so they played their own instruments?
Yeah. Drum set, guitar, bass.
Did we?
That sounds familiar.
Did you? Yes, you watched like a vocalist. You guys watched vocalist competitions.
I remembered that.
That was like that series got so many views, but also so much flack because we were like, how dare they criticize this vocalist? They know nothing. I'm like, they're literally trained. Blah, blah, blah. Like that was like
that
a nice.
The thing with singing is it's like so subjective that it doesn't actually matter how much training you have. There's no actual class.
Yeah. But like that's some of our like most viewed, and then like since it was a TV show, all the videos got blocked because Korea doesn't like their TV show episodes showing up on YouTube. But anyways, okay, so to answer your question, Henry, yeah, if they play their own instruments at the time, sorry, Hugo, it both starts with a H. It's been a long day, Hugo.
How dare you?
It's also been a long time since we've talked. Your name is not, it's not in my mind. Hugo. Well, also because we have a current reactor named Henry who really likes Day 6. So, I think you reacted to a few Day 6 songs. They did Congratulations, da 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 da, ooh, wow, congratulations. That one. Okay, his face is not changing, so I'm no recognition whatsoever. But maybe it was Day 6. But they did not sing in Japanese, so I'm confused.
He seemed unconvinced that it was Japanese. Although I have listened to more J-pop than K-pop lately because I have a friend who keeps sending me, like, J-pop stuff.
Ooh, like what?
Good question. I do listen to all of it, but, and I have a playlist where I just, like, add things Like I have playlists on my phone where it's like, this is music that this person sent me, or this is music that I sent this person. So it's like, if I'm want to think about somebody, I'll like play the music that they sent me or I sent them. So I have it all on that. Actually, I'll just check. It'll probably be worth it.
Heck yeah. So I'm sure we've got plenty of J-pop stans as well in the chat.
Real. R-E-O-L.
R-E-O-L. Roll. Real.
Roll Tide.
Roll. Interesting. I haven't heard of them. But that's cool.
Somebody in the chat has. Oh,
hey,
look at that. Hey, guys.
We got some. Are we pronouncing it correctly? Is it real?
Yeah, is it real? Or
help. Real is a soloist, but at one time was a band. Okay, cool. Well, okay, I'm guessing. So Hugo likes Acme and Day 6. Gwen likes Acme and Hyoko, and then maybe NCT 127.
Maybe. That sounds right.
And what's your third one, Hugo?
Red Velvet.
Oh.
Remembering that name right?
Ice cream cake.
Yeah.
And like they did all those velvet jazzy songs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did like the ones that were, and this is just the sort of like, I guess classical musician, but more just like very eclectic music tastes. Where it's like I did like the ones where it was more a jazz sound or more a rock sound and not just the like very like strict pop sound. And I feel like that was something we talked about in our reactions, that we always loved when they broke free of the sort of like very standard pop structure.
Yeah, they went beyond the constraints of the genre.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny to me that it's like considered one genre because it's like so many.
It's got so many sub genres in it. Yeah.
I feel like it's happening with a lot of things where it's like Taylor Swift is like pop music but not, or she's like not pop music but she is, and it's like all of those types of things where it's like interesting. Genres are we're in an era of very blended genres, I think, and a lot of people are taking production inspiration from a wide variety of sources.
Yeah, exactly. And reflecting back, so we already started kind of going into this topic, but like reflecting back on your reactions, do you guys have specific songs that were like most memorable reacting to, like that film session?
The film sessions were
well, I mean, like I said at the top, one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I remember some of the. I feel like I remember more of the exciting music videos than I do the actual songs. There was that like candy store music video, or like or something.
Was it Acme?
I think so.
It was like the palette was very vibrant colors, and there was toys.
And that I think partly because of the vibrant colors that sticks in my mind. It's crazy how many years ago we were doing this, because I'm like, I feel like I should remember it, and then I'm like, oh, this was like 5 years ago.
No, it was a while ago. This was a long time ago. Oh my god. There were a couple too. I think the BTS did that were like conjoined videos that like you would watch one video and then immediately the next video the storylines were through all of them. And those got weird. Where I was like, I'm kind of following the thread, but I am really trying. They were good. The music was phenomenal. The music videos, I was like, I am really trying to keep on here, keep on the train.
Yeah, I showed you just like video after video after video, because at that time I think we had like a balance of almost like 50-50 commenting on visual versus commenting on music. And now to this point we've developed to like 95% commenting on music, 5% commenting on video. Oh my gosh. But also like a ton of almost every K-pop group is doing the like storyline lore now.
I think that's cool. I think that it's like another way to connect, and it like makes it a part of something bigger, which is cool. But it does, I suppose, in a way, raise the barrier for entry, because it's like if you haven't seen all the parts of the story, you're gonna be like lost.
I think it's interesting. I think it also presents more opportunities to do it. Like I think it is more opportunities to tell a really interesting story, and also more opportunities to just not succeed in what you're aiming for. Like I think it's a hard thing to do right.
Yeah, that's also the thing, because they do try and balance like the depth of the lore with also it not being too confusing. So like if you watch a music video, you can also have no idea that there was lore at all.
Okay. Then that's
Yeah.
And you're just
I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
Okay, that's cool. This person's like holding a chili pepper. And to those watching, I am referencing ATs. Oh my god, there's so many groups that debuted since. I wish I could just teleport people so I could be like, let's take a Saturday and just catch everyone, all the OG people up on K-pop. Because it's crazy. Like, someone asked on Instagram, like, can you guys describe how K-pop has changed, since when you first started reacting? I'm like, they don't know anything about K-pop now. It's a completely different world. Oh my god.
I mean, I will say that's kind of the one thing that I realized, though, is that Gwen was talking about how it's been so long since we reacted. You're trying to think back and remember all the things that we saw. And every once in a while, I catch glimpses now, and I'm like, oh man, they're doing such wildly new and different stuff, and bands or the groups themselves are all new. Or they've, either they were a group and now it's a solo artist, or it was a solo artist and now it's a group, and then new groups have come on the scene. There's just so much changeover that happens in this industry specifically that I know, looking just like if I looked up K-pop on YouTube, generic K-pop on YouTube, it would be completely different now than what we were looking at when we were reacting.
Yeah.
So true. And also people wanted to know about like your guys' lives as well. And anyone in chat, you guys are totally welcome to submit questions, whatever. I'll remember them. My mods will remember them, and we'll make sure to ask Hugo and Gwen for you. But for the time being, what are you guys doing? Like, what's your life like? I heard little rumors that people are engaged or married or what?
I'm engaged. Actually, we both are. I'm getting married in September.
Bam!
But I got engaged like 2 years ago at this point. We were just slow on the uptake to actually plan a wedding. Yeah, here's mine. Yeah, I work at a music school. I am on voice faculty, and I work in the like administrative office as well. So I do a little bit of lots of things. I'm still doing some performance, but just where I'm at in life right now, I'm like prioritizing building like stability, which is not necessarily being a gigging musician. So there's a little bit of everything. What about you, Hugo?
I'm out here flipping burgers, as a music student does. I throwback to the OG days. No, I also got engaged. We got engaged last. Not this previous December, but the December before. Getting married in June. Getting married June 11th. Going to get married out in the national parks out west. Doing a little elopement out there with just me, her, and some immediate family. I have 2 dogs now, which has just been thebomb.com, Rutabaga and Artichoke, Rudy and Artie for short. They are
extremely
so cute.
What kind of dog are they? Do you know?
They're both rescues. Rudy is some kind of lab English pointer pit mix. Artie he was rescued from a puppy mill, so he's like full, I think English lab. And they're just
we sent in one of those DNA tests like recently.
Ooh.
So we don't know yet. But, I mean, he looks mostly like a pit bull, but he's got weird body proportions. So there's a little bit of a betting pool with my family to be like, what breed do you think this dog is? We rescued him, too. So he's just a mutt.
To answer Awakening Sunshine's question, I am not still in Rochester. So I actually, during the pandemic, I was in my last year of college, and then we all went home for spring break. And then the pandemic hit, and University of Rochester was like, hey, don't come back. I was like, all right, they left. So I did end up going back to get all of my stuff out of my apartment once it was clear that this was not just going to be a 2-week, 3-week kind of deal. And I haven't been back since. And that kind of bums me out a little bit because I didn't really get to, I didn't get to walk the stage for graduation. I didn't get to say goodbye to a lot of people. And we've reconnected digitally since then, but it's not exactly the same. And so it's been weird. It's definitely been not how I anticipated my college track coming to an end. But then my fiance and I, she was my girlfriend at the time. We actually then took that opportunity to do a road trip out to California and back, camping the entire way. And then we moved to Madison, and we've been here pretty much since then. We're looking to maybe move back out to the East Coast in the next couple of years, but we're doing pretty all right with where we're at. So it's all good. It's all good. Teaching music. Gwen's teaching. I'm teaching lessons. I'm working at a performing arts center here in a management position, but I teach lessons on the side as well, and that's been really awesome. And it's been it's been a good time. It's been good.
Awesome. I am still in Rochester.
Woo!
I was also. Yeah, it was weird during the pandemic, and I'm sort of on the opposite end of Hugo, where it's like there's still a lot of people that I haven't gotten to say goodbye to, like in person, but I'm the one that's still here. So I ended up getting my master's at Eastman too, because it felt like a weird time to try to move. And, I basically got lucky and found a job that I really liked, and there's sort of no real reason to move now, so I'm comfy.
Okay, and you're thinking of actually living here? You like
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Whoa. I wish I liked it. my entire body is just like, I will go back to California.
Well, I was raised in Wisconsin, so I do not have that problem.
Gotcha.
California is too hot. Well, the bottom half of California is too hot.
Or I'm like, that's where I thrive. Yeah. One of our chatters said, how did I approach you guys about reacting? Do you guys remember?
I do not remember, but I think...
I remember.
Actually, I don't remember specifics, but I do remember being like, what the heck is this?
I wonder if I can go back to our chat on Facebook and scroll.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you remember?
Oh, I'm sure. So, for those of you who don't know, at the time that Emma asked me, she was actually my employee. I was working as a house manager. Emma was an usher.
Yeah, you were my boss!
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
And we were just chatting. We were just chatting during one of the shows. We had to stay for every performance. Ushering a performance, you have to stay the whole thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of dead time. And we're talking, and she's telling me about the channel. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Like, you just having people do this. Like, yeah, you want to do it? And I was like, sure. I mean, I guess. All right, cool. And I think I remember asking, like, I'm like, because people say they have YouTube channels. Like, how many subscribers do you have? Is this just for your friends and family, or is this like? And you're like, oh yeah, I've got about 13,000 subscribers. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, sure, yeah, all right, cool, let's go.
I
it was great.
remember you I don't specifically remember you asking. I have a horrible memory, but I feel like I was not one of the first ones you asked. Yeah, I feel like you were asking around with people in our grade, obviously.
No, yeah, I eventually, at first I didn't have any vocalists, but then the commenters were like, "Why do you guys not have any vocalists? Why are you all instrumentalists?"
And you were like, "Oh, I guess they are musicians."
And I was like, "Oh yeah, you true." Oh no. No, and then I was like, "Oh wait, you're right. I should probably have people who get on the vocals." So yeah, I know it was definitely, I contacted instrumentalists first, because those were the people who I knew the best. And then when commenters were like, you guys need vocalists, I don't know whether I asked Hugo first and then asked Hugo to recommend who he thought he would have fun reacting with, or maybe I asked our current reactors. Stop moving around, Hugo!
I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'll be right here.
And then, I might have asked hey, which vocalist would be fun? And people were like Gwen and Hugo, or I think I asked who are loud. I think those were my main requirements.
If you asked which vocalist,
I think you guys, I was like,
I think that's one of the only words that you could have used to describe me when I was 18. So
Thinking about who's loud, I think you and I definitely come to top of the mind there.
I think that there's like very few other words that could accurately describe me, like consistently throughout my life. Like I feel like I'm a very
that's the number one adjective for Gwen.
Yeah. Like, oh, I don't know, that girl, she's just loud.
So I think that was like the main requirements I was looking for, because I already had some reactors who were softer spoken, and so I was like, we need a balance of chaos with quiet. So that's, I think that's. I
feel like we're both loud, also not just in our volume and decibel level, but I feel like our reactions too were just so, like. Just so reactionary. Talk about React to the K. We were just like ready to go.
I went back and I watched an old video at some point, and I was like,
oh.
I think I must have gotten a particularly bad one, because like all of the like pianists and like everybody was giving such intelligent thoughts about like the harmony.
You and I are just sitting there talking like,
oh my god. This is so cool!
Just like screaming. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Like I remember even back then I would go back and watch videos. I was like, wow, that was really smart. I just thought it was cool. That was.
Yeah. Well, and we also filmed like the majority of those at like what felt like 3 a.m. It was probably like 9:30 at night.
It was probably like 6 to 10 p.m. at night. Yeah.
And so I was always like loopy.
I know. We were both so like. I remember
there was that. Went to theory class at like 8:30 and had class until like, and then I go sit in front of a camera and am told to.
And there was that one video that you took of me. There was that one video that you took of me of me just like eating food and being like, oh my god, I'm so hungry. I was like starving right before
the context where I don't remember what we're singing, but we did it on an NG because we were going like. This is on the React to the K YouTube channel.
Where is that?
I will find it. Do not even.
It was like an end clip to one of the videos. Just us humming together.
Standalone video.
Oh, was it? Is it just literally?
I'm just gonna show it to you because.
Yeah, like our.
You just gotta look at all of your posted videos. Find the unhinged Gwen and Hugo videos.
Man, I had no idea what I was doing back then, so I just posted everything, and it somehow worked out, and I don't know how to bring that back.
I'm glad that we could bring unhinged energy to the channel. I'm glad that that's what we contributed.
Oh, supercalifragilistic!
This is what I mean by it was like nighttime, and I wanted to go to sleep.
Oh. We're just delirious. We're just NGing our way through supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and it got posted. Oh my god!
Doesn't even make sense in context. 6 years ago. Oh my god. This is the quality content I subscribed for. One of the perks of loving the reactors. I'd like to request a full cover of Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious hummed by Hugo and Gwen.
Just.
Literally the whole time.
Will you upload the English version? Oh my god. Anyway, that was an iconic video.
That was. Which
kind of was oh man.
Question, like, what videos of ours have you rewatched?
I rewatched a every once in a while, if I'm at a party and I need like a fun story about myself, I'll be like, yeah, I used to be a YouTube reactor. And people will be like, what? And so every once in a while, I'll like try to find a video. But I rewatched the dancing one that we did.
Oh my god.
Where we learned choreography. And everybody was really nice to me in the comments of that, because you left in something with me being like, do not comment on my body. You like edited, like kept that in the edit, and everybody was really nice to me in the comments. But it's such a funny video, because I was like really going ham.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to have a good time learning this choreography.
I think you guys, did you do NCT? Oh my gosh. I know Hugo did 4-minute hate with Charlotte and Peyton. React.
I also did a tourgite in the beginning, and people thought that was like
Yeah.
dancing,
Okay.
like incredible technique.
When
It
I
was
look
like
up-
kind
I feel
of
like the same as Gwen. I've rewatched it. I've rewatched the videos when they've come up, like when people have asked about it, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
yeah. I guess I did do that.
What was it?
I did do that. Oh, yeah. And it's funny. I've had random people. I remember the summer after I started, I had this person Facebook message me because I'd gone back home to Ohio and was working at the World Market. And they Facebook messaged me and they're like, hey, I thought I recognized you from React to the K. But you were in Ohio and I didn't want to be creepy, but I saw you working at a World Market. And was that you? And I was like, yep, that was me.
Was me.
Random stranger just like, hey.
Recognized me from the channel.
No, it's because you gotta get out of Rochester.
It's because I have a very generic looking.
Gotta get out of Rochester.
No, I think it's just Rochester.
If it makes you feel better, I've been told more than 10 times by people I've just met, you look like this other white guy with glasses from my hometown. Like constantly.
White guy with glasses from someone's hometown. I'll give you that.
I
have
am.
that generic like hometown charm.
My face is generic enough. Yeah, exactly. I'm a hometown 8 and a big city 6.
Oh my god.
I went to pub trivia the other day, and my team did not win. But the team that did win was a bunch of old guys, and they won a bottle of champagne, and they gave it to me. So I officially have pretty privilege, because somebody gave me a free drink.
Let's go. Yes. Oh, and since you guys aren't currently listening to K-pop other than Gwen listening to Hyoko, what artists are you listening to?
I mean,
Get ready
I definitely said
for some really depressing music.
Go for it, Hugo.
So, first and foremost, Noah Khan. His Forever album just came out on the 9th, 2 days ago. Strong recommend. If you have seasonal affective disorder that you want to lean into, that is the album for you.
Okay.
It's very good. It's a very good album. Oh god. Yeah. Yep. It's honestly, I think Rochester is better than Wisconsin because it's light for longer. You know. Uh-oh.
Can you type in chat which artists you mentioned?
Noah.
Yes. I will type in chat which artists that I put.
And then everybody.
My name is gonna be.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be weird. Noah Khan. That's not right. That's how you spell that name.
I love Andromeda. Thanks for saying so much. You're the best.
Noah Khan.
First time chat. What is it?
First time caller, long time listener. Here we go.
6.
Here we go.
What
else? Let's see.
Oh, yeah, you keep going.
Yeah. No, you go. I'm gonna type a whole bunch in the chat, and then I will explain them after having typed them in the chat.
I definitely remember saying it in some Q&A video that one of my favorite bands was Muse, and that is still true. I don't know. It kind of rotates. I listened to a ton of Radiohead this past fall, and now I'm in like more into like less. I don't know. Like it's hard to describe. Radiohead has this sort of like messy sound to it. It's like very kind of raw in a lot of ways. I've been sort of flipping into the more produced stuff, but still in that sort of like heavier, rocky, alternative soundscape. Currently, the song I was listening to on the drive over here is by Hail the Villain. It's called Swan Dive Suicide. Great song. Does that need to be censored?
Swan Dive Suicide. Oh, does it? I don't
Swan
know.
Dive
This is
Unalive.
Swan Dive Unalive.
But yeah, I don't know. A lot of things. I went on enough road trips in the fall that I broke out the Linkin Park Meteora album a few times.
Nice.
Soundtrack. Those are the like I'm falling asleep on the highway and I need something that I know every word to. It's gonna be one of those.
That's like, those are the best albums where like you're like, I'm falling asleep, but there's only certain songs that will actually do the job.
Yes. All right, Hugo. I need your breakdown here.
All right, one second. Almost done. There we go. Okay. So, here we go. I have posted to the chat. So first up, Noah Sad Boy Vibes. I love it. He collabs with a lot of different artists, including Brandy Carlisle, Gregory Alan Isaacoff, I think. Yeah, Gregory Alan Isaacoff. Hosier.
I know that one.
Just a whole bunch of artists. Then Joe, it's DJO is the band name. It's actually the guy who he's one of the main characters in Stranger Things. And he has this band on the side, and he's freaking phenomenal. It's so good. End of Beginnings is a song I put in the chat that I strongly recommend. It's a banger. And it's really popping off on TikTok right now too. And then last but not least, On and On is a band that's really good. They were a one-hit wonder. They were like a one-album wonder, where like one album was really good, and then they quit. And it is such a good album. It's the album is, and the wave has two sides. It's so good. And then Maya Delilah is just a killer guitarist. She is so good. Follow her on TikTok. She posts all of her like guitar licks on TikTok, and she's amazing. The stuff she has on Spotify is pretty good too. It's a little more poppy, but it's also really good. So yeah, just do a little bit of folk, a little bit of alt rock. I get into like a little bit of like the bluesy alt rock and the bluesy folk. But then if I'm just listening to like my tried and true albums, these are the albums that I've been listening to.
Nice. All right, well, we have about 10 minutes left, so chat, feel free to ask any questions about music, about life, about K-pop, about the channel.
Andromeda, I know you got some questions in there that you've been waiting to ask. Hit us, let's go.
Or like tell me your problems and we'll turn it into an advice podcast.
Yeah, let's do group therapy session, right? Awakening Sunshine, I also know you've probably got some in there as well.
We're zeroing.
No pressure, it's fine. It's just, you know.
Emma has a whole
list. This is your moment.
We've made it through most of these.
This is my moment.
Because, we've already done places you've gotten recognized, whether you've rewatched anything. I guess one is just like, has reacting on React to the K changed the way that you listen to music at all?
No, because I was already, like, I think that being a musician has changed.
Out of the gate, ready, no.
Well, but, right, like, reacting to something, all it really was, like, the reason the series was cool was because these were all inside thoughts that, like, musicians and people that live and breathe music have when they're just casually listening to stuff. So it didn't change how I thought about things. It was just a way to externalize what I was thinking internally.
Wait, Hugo and I are both.
I hear you.
Andromeda.
What do you think, Hugo? Listen to music.
I don't think it necessarily. There's two ways to interpret that question. It did not change how I listened to music that I was familiar with. Like it did not change my listening habits based on music that I already knew. However, when I was introduced to new music, it did change how I reacted to that because I wasn't familiar with the language, because I didn't know really the meaning behind the words. A lot of the inflection came across in the phrasing, in the expression, and it was actually helpful to have music videos because then I could get more of the point across. And it's given me an appreciation. We talk about this a lot in, Gwen, I'm sure you talk about it a lot in voice performance. I talked about it a lot, how in history, music goes through varying levels of whether the melody is more important or whether the words themselves are more important, whether it's more important to understand what they're saying or to understand the melody behind the words. And I never really understood the concept of like I understood in practice, but I never really got an appreciation for understanding both the melody behind the words and then finding out the implication of what the meaning of the song was after. Like it really just added a new level of listening experience for me, and just dissecting a song and appreciating it.
Right. When it's not in the language you speak, there's sort of a different mental process. And I feel like when I'm listening to music in English, I'm always like a words first person. So like there's definitely like a different way of listening when you're not a native speaker of the language. Andromeda, I do not use Rate Your Music, or Last FM. That sounds cool. Is it like Goodreads for music? That's very cool. And
I've never even heard of it. What is that? I have no idea.
Sunshine. Maybe I would like to get back into K-pop. I think there's less time for me to just like listen to music these days. So I tend to have gone back to the things that I know and that have been comforting. But I think that like the itch for something new and exciting is definitely there. So I think, yeah.
That's so funny, Gwen, because I feel the opposite. I feel like I have more time now to get into music than I did in college, just because we had so many listening assignments. And so like, we had listening assignments on top of, if we were in an opera, we would be listening to that music, and then we had our own repertoire that we were working on. We were so inundated, or at least I felt so inundated, that I actually feel like I never got to dive as deep into K-pop as I wanted to. Like really the only time I was listening to K-pop in college was when we were doing these reaction videos, because I just didn't have time outside of these sessions to listen to it. And I think now that I have a little bit more, I don't have homework anymore. Thank God. Oh my God. It does get better, guys. If you're still in school, it gets better. I promise.
And so being done is like the best.
And being done. And that's it. Anything else after that.
But now I'm like, I love my 9 to 5. I can go home and then I'm done.
But no, I think I would definitely be willing to get back into listening to K-pop. I think I would definitely take it slow. Like go back to the ones that we really enjoyed. Reacting to Acnu, Red Velvet, start there. And I would be very private about it.
Yeah. Be very private about it?
Well, and especially... Well, just because we had this, we have this history of being on this channel and reacting to it. But I think I would now want to go back into K-pop for my own enjoyment. Not that I didn't enjoy it at the time by any means, but I think that I would want to do it away from the public lens and just have it be something that I could enjoy in my own time.
Gwen's found my tendinitis.
Tiny baby weights. These are for tendinitis?
Yeah, because I have the grip strength of an 80-year-old.
Oh. That's a shame.
So I have a bunch of different things to help like strengthen my wrists and my fingers. Yeah.
You would not be a good rock climber.
I would not be a good rock climber at all. Yeah, Red Velvet has released a ton.
Grandmother is grandmothering. Got him. Oh, man.
Mama Umu the Mumu. I'm grandmother Umu the Mumu.
Uh-oh.
This sucks. But Gwen mentioned that you guys could do maybe like some little advice stuff towards the end. One of my questions was like, do you have any music related advice for those watching, or just like life advice where you're at? It's been
music
so
related
long.
advice is just make shit. Just
Make
like
shit?
keep making music and listening to music, because I feel like
just
it's
do it.
a little bit, yeah. It's one of those things where it's like it's one of the things that makes humans, just like our desire to like make art and make music and sing and dance and all of those things. And I feel like when life is hard and really heavy and like there's bad stuff going on in the world and like all of that stuff, like it's really important that we hold on to the things that make us feel closer to humanity. And I feel like music, for a lot of people, music is that. For some people it's writing, or it's drawing and art and stuff like that. But for a lot of people, music is that. And life advice, I would say is I mean, I guess this is very similar. Find things that make you feel like a human being and do those a lot of the time. And that's like, sometimes that's like, go find some sunshine and just lay down on the floor in the sunshine. Like,
literally yesterday, I was like
Touch
editing
grass.
a 5-hour video, and I just like I every once in a while I would take a break and just stare at the flames of my candle that I have on my desk just for like 15 minutes.
Caveman
I would
break.
just stare at the flames, caveman break, and it was just
Yeah.
like it was what I needed. It made me feel human. Yeah, good advice.
I think that's important too. Well, so if you're pursuing a career in music, I think Gwen's advice of just doing it is important. I think it's also important to recognize that there are different. Music is such a subjective and creative field where your bar is going to be different from everyone else's bar. Do not hold yourself to anyone else's standards. Make the music that you want to make. Be the musician that you want to be, whether that means you're just gigging with friends on the weekend and it's not that serious, or whether that means you want to make a career out of it. There's no wrong answer. I know that when we went to conservatory, there was a very clear delineated line or trajectory that most people followed, and I certainly struggled with the rigidity of that sometimes, and I wish that I'd given myself the freedom to kind of explore just different avenues and different ways that I could have made that music work for me. And then I think also being able to be kind to yourself in the fact that music is a muscle. Music is in doing something creative is something you have to not just practice but also absorb yourself in. But if you're having a day where you're like, I just can't force myself to sit at the piano or get to a guitar or sing this line, then instead of doing that, go listen to some music that you enjoy. Go if there's a band that's coming up, go do that. That still counts. That's okay. We are never all going to be operating at 100% every day. It's just not feasible. And the anti-capitalist in me really promotes the is against grind culture. You should not have to grind. I think that there's this expectation that artists have to suffer to make good music, and that's simply not true. Suffering does not equal good music. It does for some people, but that should not be the bar or the threshold.
For people, like, maybe it gives you something to write about, but like, I feel like people that make good music don't do it because they're suffering. Right? Like, I think that's
exactly. The suffering is not the music is not predicated on the suffering.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
I think that you and I are a good example of like a career in music that's not name and shining lights, but like I'm good with it, and maybe like going into Eastman as like an 18-year-old, I wouldn't have been good with it because I wanted to be the best or whatever. But like, I think there's a lot that you have to sacrifice to like make it your life. And it's okay to not want to do that. It's okay to like want to build a life outside of music. It's okay also to have music rule your entire world. Like it's really up to every person, and there's no right answer. But I mean, that goes.
And everyone has a different pace too. Yeah. I think taking life at your pace and finding what your needs are, and I think that if you take a step back, you'll realize what those are, and if you're really going at the grindstone, you'll reach the point where you know that you're like, okay, I gotta take a minute. It's all about finding that balance, and that's gonna be different for everyone. There's a lot to enjoy, and I think finding the enjoyment, like Gwen said, finding that enjoyment is the most important part, and not losing that. Because when you start really just suffering for it, when you start really having to like, when you start hating to sit down and practice, that's when you're like, okay, I've got to find some other ways to enjoy what I'm doing because this isn't working.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Beautifully said, guys. Beautifully said. I think we had one question from I'm a Broke Hoe about Acme, but that being, do you still listen to them? And the response being, yes.
I'm gonna in the car ride home, I'll tell you that much. Boy, howdy. I have missed myself some Acme. I don't know how they've fallen off my radar, because I was such an Acme stan. I don't know how I forgot, but yeah.
COVID happened.
I know. Well, and I think that's the weird thing.
The brother also went to the military for 2 years.
He went to the army. Yeah, he went and did his military service. But I think that kind of plays into our life advice too. It has been such a weird 6 years since we were reacting. COVID threw everyone else. Like any advice at this point is meaningless. We are all still coming back. It is figure out what you're doing post-COVID and make that your goal. That's the best advice anyone can have right now. Just do what's best for you in this moment.
Boom! And it is 7:30, the time that you guys told me that you're busy.
Yes.
Starting at.
I have to go play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my gosh, what an important schedule.
Let's go!
Dragons.
I've gotta go. Not watch the Super Bowl, but hang out with friends.
Yeah. Yes, to all of our Super Bowl watchers, hey.
No, like literally.
Thank you for being here.
I'm a half-elf druid. Her name is Ada. She's amazing. Our DM is incredible.
Yeah.
We like broke into like a, oh my god, there was this whole hilarious thing where we were trying to break into this military barracks and we did it, barracks. Why did I say barracks?
Oh, no problem, because that's how it sounds in our mind.
And we did it by making spaghetti sauce that was so good that they were like, you're in.
What the heck?
I love D&D. It's so
Hey, what works, you know?
What works.
If the spaghetti sauce slaps.
True. Well, yeah, thank you guys for your time today. Like, busy working life. And also thanks to everyone who tuned into this live stream. I know there's a huge Super Bowl going on. But we will be re-uploading this VOD.
That's not that big.
Yeah, it's not that big. I mean, I have a feeling the majority of people in this chat are international ? Because I know we do have quite a few international fans. But literally all my reactors film sessions and they're like, okay, bye, we gotta go to the parties, and I'm like, okay. Bye, I make cookies. Yeah, we got New Zealand, let's go.
Reppin'.
Woo, let's go.
Did you know that is it Churchville, New Zealand? Church something, New Zealand is on the exact opposite side of the globe from where Hugo is right now.
Oh my god.
Really?
What?
Yep.
That's
that's twinning.
Christchurch. Yes, Christchurch, New Zealand is like the other
awesome.
It's through the exact center of the earth from Hugo. So.
Whoa, that's
OMG.
awesome.
We were in the same place on opposite ends of the earth for Christmas.
There we go. Andromeda, you're a genius.
And yeah, okay, we do have some US people in here. Thank you, Awakening Sunshine, for watching us instead of the Super Bowl. Or maybe you're doing both. Maybe you're doing both. But
I have the only connection I have to New Zealand culture is that I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows recently, and it's really made me want to go experience it firsthand.
Okay, we keep finding new topics to talk about.
Postponing this ending.
To go play Dungeons and Dragons.
I know. I also gotta go. All right.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
It's been great, everyone.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
We'll catch up another day. We'll do some sort of collab. Now that I know how to work the internet.
Bye.
Bye.